Yo, Adrian. Is there anybody in Adrian in the house? I hope so. GM, hope you guys are doing all right. Happy Pizza Friday. What's up, M-Kid?
Not much. Every time I hear you say yo, it's so different in the crypto context because you think Rocky. I think of that dude from Squid Games when it rugged, when we was live stream. Yo, dude, yo. That's what I get PTSD for right there, man. Not Rocky, just rugging.
Oh, good. I'm glad it's not my yo, Adrian. Hey, good morning. Hey, I hope you all had a great week, It's a Friday. I think at the end of the day, we'll take some pizza. I don't know what's happened, why that just turned from where it was to where it went, but happy Friday. It's pizza day. Man, Mr. Dude and I just got off a great meeting. Sorry we're a few minutes late, but, always a little tardy to the party. Never hurt anybody. Fashionably late, as they like to say in the biz. That's what we did. We should have fashionably late to our own show. Sorry we had to make you wait, though. But what's up? I'm excited about this one today.
GM, everybody.
What's up, bud?
Oh, I was just sitting here with the little one. Say hi, say GM.
GM.
Oh, she's shy now.
Oh, that's how it works. Them little shy ones. Well, I'm excited about our artist spotlight today. We reached out to several people in the community that we thought would be a fantastic fit for our conversation today. And so definitely looking forward to getting into that. But obviously, we got to get through the chop shop. We got to chop it up on a Friday morning. Chop it up. Let's get on up here. Carrie, come on up here. Neil, come on up here. Metavixen's in the house. I'm going to bring you on up now. We'll just invite you to speak now. Boom. And Corey, if you are able, please take the second co-host seat. That would be fantastico. Mr. Dude rugged the video. Are you all right? Oh, no. I'm on my own.
Yo. No, I'm good. I just hit a button by mistake. I'll be right back.
I'm just waiting for you. He's going to hit that mute all in a couple seconds here.
That'll happen. If we don't get through a show without everybody muted at least once, then Mr. Dude has not done his job. All right. Let's take let's see, Kunal, humble materials and found objects. Kunal, are you a crypto guy or do you want to ask a question about the project? That's what I got to find out before we bring you up. Mr. Dude, what do you think?
Definitely doesn't seem like an artist. I'm not sure.
Oh, no, he is an artist. He's one. Nope.
Oh, there we go. Get him up here.
50-50.
Yep. I believe he's one of Sandra's friends.
Oh, even better. Get him up. Get him on up.
That's right. We have what's up, bud? Kunal, how are you?
Hi, JC. How are you? I'm great. How are you all?
Good. Excited to have you up here, talk about some art today. So we're just getting the show warmed up. So appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here. Now, if you are, let's take a look at some numbers so we can take a look at this here. But if you guys are watching over on X, we got a little over than 100 of you watching on X. Appreciate you. Go ahead and hit the heart. All you got to do is just touch your screen or turn it vertical, and then it'll kind of like do that bloop 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 thing, and then you can hit the heart and then just go back to watching it full screen. I show you guys on the 4 p.m. I don't know if I'm going to do the 4 p.m. today or not, just because it's Friday, it's pizza day. Might want to get out. It's a beautiful morning. I assume it's going to be a beautiful afternoon. And if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and smash the like. You know how to do that. And then, yeah.
If nobody else joins, everybody's got a 5% chance of winning $100 worth of Gotti. That's some pretty. So now no one's going to share. No, we're not sharing shit. This will be the lowest turnout in the history of Web3 Breakfast Club.
No, we have. Well, see, that's the thing. You got to.
I know they got to share it. They're going to share it from their partner account. Is what they're going to do with like no followers.
Well, I guess that's the risk we're willing to take. But that's what you got to do, guys. Right. Ooh, and that is a great, gentle reminder. Thank you, M-Kid. What I need to do is go into my profile, and I'm going to go up, and I am going to make sure that there is a post that says tomorrow's Web3 Breakfast is an artist spotlight special. Join us as we chat with amazing artists from both Web2 and Web3. You won't want to miss the creative insights. So that post is being sent to the Jumbotron of this space. So if you are watching the live stream and you want to participate in the $500 giveaway today, we're giving away 5 people $100 at the end of the show. So if you want to participate in that, all you got to do is repost that out, tag some friends, and then make sure you're listening at the end of the show. And there you go. 5 of you are walking away with $100. I love that. Hopefully we'll get some more people from the diehard community, the day-ins, the day-outs. But hey, that's the game we're playing these days. Oh, Mr. Dude is back. There we go. Got you. All right, let me share my screen up here. All right, so any of our artist friends, if you are an artist, this is I know that we've got a couple of them up here, and we'll bring some more up here. But if you are an artist and you want to participate in our conversation today, you make sure that you request to speak. We'll bring you on up here. I see we got 2 people. We got Borat. We'll bring you on up here, and D-Basish. There you go. All right, so we got some more folks. We got a nice little speaker panel up here today. So make sure that you guys follow each other. If you are listening down there, make sure that you check out some of these fellow speakers we got up here, our fellow artist friends, Meta Vixens. Let's start with you. What's up, fam? How are you?
Hey guys, is it working now? Because I kept drugging, and I don't know if it's me and my burning phone or what is happening. But can you hear me now?
Yeah, you sound great.
Yay! Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in the space. I've been slacking on spaces this summer, so it's really nice to come and say hello. And I'm really interested in the topic also, and interested to meet new artists, with fellow artists.
Absolutely. So we'll get to all the art in a second here. What other artists do we have on stage? Kunal, we said hi to you a second ago. Borat, are you one of our artist friends today?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
I have a question about.
No. Go ahead. Well, what's your question about?
How do you see the transition from Web 2 to Web 3 impacting the way artists create, share, and monetize their work? Are there any specific or challenges that Web 3 presents for artists?
Hey, I think that's actually a really great question. I think we'll maybe let some of the artists take that one away in a second, because there is some important things I think to if you look at the Web 2 art world into where the Web 3 art world is kind of going to push things and move some boundaries. I think there are some pros and there are some cons, right? Some of the pros from the outsider looking in are authentication. I think being a traditional person who invests in the art world, and we do know we've had artists on the show who talk about the underbelly of the art world, and one of the biggest plagues that they have is counterfeits, right? And so being able to unequivocally authenticate and prove a piece of art is something that not really everybody in that industry wants. Artists want it, but the people who move the art and make the money after the artists sell it, those are the people who don't really want the ability to be able to prove what is true and what is not. I think it could be more of a generalization than a broad scope there. Go ahead, Kerry.
You're absolutely not wrong, and it's not the fact of the people who are making money after the art is sold. It's the people who are making the money during the sale of the art, i.e., the galleries
like
and etc., where you're showing, or your manager, your art dealer. They take fucking 50 to 60%, bro.
Whoa.
That's why NFT art, exactly. That's why it's impossible to make a fucking living as an artist, and that's why art costs so much, and that's why all this shit, and that's why NFT art is so important to individual artists keep retaining their a link to their product, because after that art is sold again, you don't see a royalty to that. You know what I mean? Whereas on a marketplace, you get to continually see a royalty as your art moves and progresses, right? So yeah, I just wanted to jump in real quick and address that one.
No,
And I'm sorry for screaming no. It's just we have this bad habit of like having people come up and ask if they can ask a question, and then the question has absolutely nothing related to what we're talking about. So thank you very much for asking a question that was absolutely related to what we're talking about today. I'm sorry I screamed no. That was my bad.
Big facts.
You know, if you look at things, if you look at art, that that saying, starving artist, right? Most famous artists lived in poverty.
Their art didn't become popular until they died.
Right, exactly. And at least with NFT, I mean, they have residual income. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. You think about blockchain, residual income, the royalties, your art lives on the blockchain. Every time it gets transferred, you're getting a piece of that. And somebody can create a beautiful collection and literally maybe for the rest of their life, that's the retirement plan. Because that continues to get flipped over and over and over again, and then they have that money coming for the rest of their lives.
That is very true.
Plus, you can fractionalize an NFT too. If you have a piece of work that's like priceless or whatever, you can fractionalize, not priceless, but a very expensive one.
Well, think about
fractionalize it. Like we were talking about that guy with the guitar.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you can take a piece of artwork and now make it accessible so that like I don't know, like 30 people can own a piece of a Banksy. Right, and then they're part of the DAO, and then they vote on what happens to that art piece next, and where it goes, where it travels, what happens. But the artist retains the ownership of the art until such a point when the rest of the DAO votes for somebody to actually buy out the piece of art, or for them to sell the art out, and everybody take their profits, and then the artist would relinquish ownership of the art at that point. Right?
Let me ask you a question about that really quick, because I kind of feel like that needs to be thought out a little bit more as far as like the ownership goes. So say I'm the artist and I fractionalize my art. At that point, I don't own it anymore. The 25 people that I fractionalized it out to do. So I would retain no ownership whatsoever of it, except maybe some royalties if those 25 people turn and burn their portions, right? So would it be in my best interest?
You would keep it in your ownership, like in your actual house or in your storage unit.
Oh,
it would
keep
be like
the physical.
That's what I mean by.
I see.
Yeah, you keep the physical until the DAO decides on to do something with it, right?
Okay.
And then at that point, you would sell it or move it or put it up on display or whatever.
So it wouldn't be advantageous for you to still at that point control 51% of the DAO, so that you couldn't be, you still have the majority say in what I mean, you could do it that way if you wanted, right? Like.
Yeah, you could set it up where you own 51% of the DAO, I guess. But I mean, you could have it written into like the white paper or whatever you had, I guess, that like the guitar guy is a perfect example. I wish we could get him in here. He wants to actually come on and talk. He doesn't live too far from me, actually, dude. I'm going to go visit that guy's the studio where that guitar was made.
Nice.
But which is really cool. Yeah. So anyways, oh, sorry, what?
No, I was gonna say I just saw a chat come in on YouTube from Bitcoin Brian, and he said, "Hold that picture up," and it made me think, "Oh, that's right, we got Anna in the house." And I don't know if she knows that a couple weeks ago, Mr. Dude held up. He's got his physical copy of is it a canvas in the background of his shot there, his set, and for an entire episode he held it up. I mean, this guy was a trooper.
Mr. Dude. You are amazing. Yeah, he's so good.
You really did.
Nothing it's so awesome. Thank you, Mr. Dude. You are a freaking legend.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get some questions going into to some of our artist friends here. Anna, I'll start with you because you were just speaking, and I appreciate you being here to join with us. And then it looks like the Bayshish. We'll get to you in 1 second here. You may have a question for us. But Anna, as far as getting into, art and NFTs, and were you, a Web2 artist before you made your transition into Web3 and through this NFTs? And, what was your, what was your reasoning for doing so, for making that shift?
So I've actually been an artist for a long time. I've been a professional artist for over a decade. I've worked as a graphic designer, as an illustrator, and so it's basically been my life passion. I've illustrated children's books. I've tried a different broad, application of art and stuff like that, because I've always liked experimenting with it. So in the art community, actually, that's how I first heard about NFTs. I heard it had, a super bad rep, like a super bad thing. All the artists were suddenly saying, "I hate NFTs." They were having in their bio, "I don't sell NFTs" and stuff like that. That's how I first heard about it. So to me, I don't know, I was just very curious what the hell it is. And I thought to myself, I can't hate on this thing because I don't know what it is. That's how I started doing some research. And I remember like the first thing that really like popped to me was like, the whole blockchain, like having your art immortalized on the blockchain, having that receipt. Okay, this is mine. This is authentic. And I thought it was really cool. I came into this, expecting the worst, and actually I was super, I was super impressed by it, and I was also impressed by the technological aspect, and I can definitely see how this is the future of art. I just dipped my toes, and I was like, okay, I will stick true to what I like to do, which is one of one, which is fine art. And then I basically just came up with the idea. Okay, I'll make this little collection. It'll be PFPs. It'll be women, because that's what I usually like to draw. But I'll stick to making them one of ones, because that's being true to myself was. So it was basically just a trial run. I was like, I'm gonna test this out. I'm gonna see, if this works out, and if not, I'll just have stuff I made on the blockchain again, which I thought was pretty badass. And then slowly, yeah, it's just snowballed from there. So for me, it was a really, really cool experience, because even though I had experience as an artist and everything, I never even dreamed of having, a community and having so much creative say, right? Because I did work as a designer, but I always had, a creative lead and things like that. So I had a limited amount of what I could say and how much I could, how much of input I could have. And here is just like, okay, I have all the creative freedom in the world, which is really cool. It's also really daunting sometimes, but it's to me, it's super nice. It's super fun. And of course, the community also has a lot of say in this now, and in where we're going and how we're doing things. But I don't know, I've had a super positive experience with things. The only like downside I would say was just having to learn how to wear so many other different hats as a founder, because I do the art, but I also have to like manage the project. And I did have a bit of working in a corporate environment before this gave me a bit of experience, like
for Lego. She doesn't really say that a lot, but Annie used to work for Lego. So
that's cool.
Pretty dope.
Yeah. So I was part of, decision making and things like that. So I absorbed a bit of that, and I tried to apply what I've learned in managing the project. But yeah, it was challenging to do all the other stuff, because as an artist, of course, all I want to do is art. I want to draw, but I also have to think about everything else, and timings and that and involving the community and running giveaways and do. But after a while, I've been, I launched the project over 2 years and a half ago. So, it's much better now in terms of managing things. But I remember like the first few months, it's like, oh my God, what am I doing? But yeah, that's pretty much my experience with coming into Web3.
What do you says one of the things that I would love to ask, founders about, especially in the NFT ecosystem, as they, kind of got through what this has been, the first bear market of the NFT ecosystem, right? And, with the MetaVixens, you guys, I want to say that, you've had a very, very loyal community. What's that like, keeping, communities from not going toxic, when obviously, a lot of investments, and I'm not saying about the MetaVixens, but everything in general, right? Everybody's crypto, everybody's other NFTs and all that stuff kind of went south, but keeping positivity, keeping people moving in the right direction, keeping the, the positive attitude, what was some of the best practices that you put into place to keep people kind of staying positive?
It's the community aspect still blows my mind to this day, and I'm so grateful for everyone involved in any way, because wow, The approach I took was I was very transparent from the beginning that this is solely an art-driven project. I did not, promise anything crazy, or I just said, okay, this is an art-driven project. I'm going to create these. I'm going to do this. I've always tried to be as transparent as possible, while also keeping in mind, okay, I really want obviously the holders to have value in these, and to be consistent and to have like a game plan. But still having art at its core. So that, with time, that curated this community that actually values art and sees it the way I see it, which has been really, really amazing. So in, I don't know, from this perspective, obviously markets, they go up, they go down, but the main motivation is being art that doesn't really get affected in the same way. That's how I've been perceiving it. Of course, there are impacts and things like that, but that's not the main focus of it. We don't say, okay, what's the floor price? What's this? What's that? We're generally like a lot of amazing people from different backgrounds, from different countries that have this thing in common where they're just excited for the art the way I am, which is really cool because it's also very motivating for me as an artist to keep pushing it and to keep playing around with things, and also just by seeing that is actually appreciated the way the way I envisioned it coming in here, because it was also a bit scary, you come in here and obviously it's very financially driven and all that, and that's perfectly okay. So I was a bit not intimidated, but I never had big expectations in terms of anything. I just said, okay, this is what I can offer. This is it. Basically, not trying to fluff it into anything else. And it was just really humbling to see, other people, hopping along and believing in that.
Yeah, I think part of your answer in the beginning was the transparency, and I think that's one of the most important things that as founders in our ecosystem can really provide to their community, because that's ultimately the community's job is to keep it. It's really strange, right? The community, in my opinion, the community's job is to keep the project alive, right? It's the founder and the team's job to, I think, present a product and a project in a good manner, and then at least as long as everybody, I don't know, that I probably said that incorrectly, but I think you guys probably understand what I'm saying, that obviously the product has to come to market first, but the community ultimately is responsible for keeping it alive, because if the community goes sour, that's it, there's no point keeping it.
But I think one of the big things, and you've probably heard or seen, when it comes to metafixins, if you've ever seen photos, is a lot of the talk sometimes is art is the utility. And I think even if we went back to the beginnings of NFTs, so Base C comes out, and at first it was just the JPEG, the art was the utility, and then people got involved, right? And they obviously had access to the founders, and that's when it became well, what's next? Well, what's next? And let's make utility and cool parties and just totally random shit, right? Mm-hmm. Where with Anna and the transparency has always been no, the art will just continue to be the utility, and it's done differently, where every 2 weeks there are 3 new metafixins dropped and you bid on them like a real art auction, and essentially highest bidder wins. And then because you're a holder, so every single month I get free airdrops of nothing other than cool art. And then, eventually, look, as Anna grew and the project has grown, and obviously money comes in, then we got these cool canvases, right? So now, but still, all this is a piece of art. There's never been anything else attached to it. There's no coin, there's no this, there's no that. It's just here is more cool art because you like the art. So I'm going to do what an artist does and just give you more art. And you can do it. If someone offered me $1 million for this, sure, I sold it and it became a utility that, was financially driven, but it was still just the only thing that was involved was me saying here, J-Chains, here's art. And you're I like the art. And as an artist-driven space today, it's another person like Sandra who makes wicked art is here, that can be enough. This is just the art. It's just in this crypto space where sure, there's coins and other shit attached to other stuff, but NFTs just happen to be a part of if Taylor Swift made her music on the blockchain, her song could just be the art. right? And like if we can go back to that, I think we can see like a huge surge in NFTs. Doesn't matter if you make them AI or you hand draw them or they're 101s or there's 10,000. Like if you go back to just the art, we can probably drive NFTs further faster. Clip that.
I like that. Clip that. Somebody clip that. I'll clip it after the show. Don't you worry about it. All right. Let's. You said Sandra's name. I want to make sure that we do touch base with Sandra because she helped me set up a lot of this, and a lot of the artists that are in here today are friends of hers. And so, GM Sandra, how are you today?
GM, I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Super excited about this. We are just about halfway through, so we're going to pick this back up in just 1 second. I do got to do a little house cleaning really quick, so thank you all for being here. Appreciate every single one of you. I see that we've got, 300 people watching on X. Thank you so much for the X watchers. Make sure that you hit that heart. All you got to do is tap your screen or turn your phone, tap out of it, boom, hit the heart, get right back to it. We're back to business, baby. And if you're watching on YouTube, just smash the like. There's a couple of you, and I'm sure it's 100% ratio. You guys know the drill. Let's go. We are going to be giving away $500 in Gotti at the end of the show. So make sure you go to the pin post on my X profile, tag some friends, repost that out. And then at the end of the show, we'll pick a couple winners and y'all will go home, 5 of you, with $100 in the Gotti token. You can find that on the Solana ecosystem. Boom. Anything else? Did I miss anything? Monday. Feel like there was an announcement we need to make from our call this morning, but not that. It was something different. Golly.
Just Mondays are going to continue to make people sexier. If you tune into our show and you are here on a regular basis, not only do you become 1% better in life, but your looks actually change and you become a better looking person.
That's right. That's what we discussed. That's what it was. Good point. Thank you. All right. Well,
No
with that being said, everybody is now a little bit handsomer and prettier. Let's get into some more art. All right, Sandra. I believe Dr. Jimothy is one of your friends, if I'm not mistaken, that you sent us.
Yeah, I want to say hi to everybody that's in here. And yeah, as speakers, Kunal and Dr. Jimothy, I have been friends with for quite some time now. I think it's been, oh my God, like nearly 2 years now. It's wild. Yes. They're both incredible artists. I see them hustling every single day. So I really do appreciate what they bring to my timeline and what they bring to the NFT space. So yeah.
Boom. Love that. Dr. Jimothy, let me ask you a question. If your art style was a movie genre, what would it be?
Fantasy, sci-fi, horror, surrealism.
Okay.
In a
nutshell.
I guess. That's tough. Wanted to say, first off, thank you for having me. And shout out to Sandra for being awesome and making amazing art on the daily as well. Yes. I appreciate her on my time. A real person. And that's what I look for in this space. And that's she's one of them. So thank you, Sandra. It's been hard to quantify the art that I make in those kind of genres just because it's kind of out there. It's a little obtuse. I use a lot of different materials, a lot of different things, and I just make whatever comes to me. So sometimes it can be a little weird, as they say.
But weird is good.
Like I embrace my weird.
We all do, right? Like I think that's one of the most important things that we should all do because in every way, shape, or form, every single one of us have a little bit of weirdness. And I think is once we learn to embrace it, it's when you're off to the races. No,
I totally agree. I struggled with that for basically all my life, trying to be an authentic me and being true to myself. And you have to get to a point where you don't care about what other people think and you just do what you want to do and what feels right and go with it. And if it resonates with other people, bonus. If not, you just keep making art.
I like that. So where do you so just real quick, I don't know how you know Sandra, but I've known her now through the Breakfast Club for a little bit, and just recently with a couple other folks up in the Toronto area, I got to get a chance to go up there and actually meet in person. Carrie, Sandra, Dahl, who else do we have? Rax, Mr. Dude, but I've already met you once before. And then who else? Did I miss anybody? who we met. Mike, Modern Canadian. Got to meet some of these people that I've hung out with on the interwebs for a long time, and actually got to meet in person, and that was super important. So if you ever get a chance to meet Sandra in person in real life, man, do it, because she's the real deal. She's one of those people, like you said, she is the person that you see on the internet is the person that you get in real person.
Even better.
Yeah,
I look forward to actually, Sandra's not too far away from me down the highway. I'm in Southern Ontario as well. I'm in Kingston. So one day we'll have a meetup, Sandra.
Yeah, I'm totally down for that. That would be amazing.
Y'all Canadians,
Just
man.
more Canadians. Hell
Jeepers
yeah.
creepers, y'all.
From Mississauga.
Mississauga. I'm gonna. You know what? Here's the deal. When I'm crypto rich, I'm gonna get myself a little condo up in Ontario somewhere, somewhere far away from Windsor. I promise you that. Is definitely gonna be somewhere closer to Toronto. Definitely had a much nicer time over there. Anyway.
Just get one out near me in Guelph there, buddy.
Yeah, in the country. I did love that. I love that drive through the
nice.
country, man. That was a beautiful drive. That was a beautiful drive. Mike, Modern
You
Canadian.
hang out. Maybe you can get one of these canvases. Get some utilities for you. That's what we like to laugh about.
That's funny, Mike. What you got for us, man? And then we'll go to Debacious later or after you.
Cool. Thank you. I actually had a question for the Metavixens. Sorry, I forgot your name. With the with so many NFTs in the ecosystem, there's just a vast amount of NFTs nowadays. Do you believe one-of-ones are the best path to success?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say the best path to success, but for me, as an artist and as a collector, I do appreciate the one-of-one, because I have that, oh, this is mine kind of thing to it. So it does have, a certain more of, how do I say this? Okay, I'm struggling with English, but I wouldn't necessarily say the best way. But some people do appreciate that uniqueness, and also one of the utilities I offer for my bigger holders are customs, for example, where they can actually also have a say in their. They can decide, okay, I want a custom of my wife or of this particular character I really love, or things like that. So they also help. They have a say in the creation of the collection, which I think is really cool. And yeah, some people really appreciate that, me included. And so yeah, it's a hard question to say. I don't think there's like one way to make it in the NFT thing, but since I do love fine art, and that's what I appreciate, I do like the one-of-oneness, the uniqueness.
How many Metavixens do you need for a custom, Anna?
You need 13. You need 13.
What are
13 of the main collection, plus there's all the side collections you can get, but those wouldn't count towards the 13.
No, yeah, it has to be main collection ones.
Okay.
So for people, so you can get involved in the Metavixens, so there's roughly $10 side little collections. Those are ones if you look at Anna's latest post, is a GM and it's a girl holding a coconut. There'll be a little side one, or there's the main collections, the pinned at the top, right, where you can win in the rumbles, or you can buy every 2 weeks. So that's the different. I guess part of with Mike's question is everybody will have success differently, right? If you're an artist and you can essentially live off your art and your bills are paid, then yes, that's successful. And if you want to be a millionaire, then there might be different paths towards that aspect of it. So it just depends on everybody's definition of success.
Exactly, because creating one-of-ones also has downsides. It takes a lot of time. You have to be prepared to really put a lot of time and effort into constantly doing it, which I was I was aware from the beginning, but to me it made sense. So of course it's not always easy, but it depends on what your goals are and what how much time you can dedicate to it.
Oh yeah.
I also had a question. Like you said, you're putting on different hats, being a founder and everything. What kind of things do you do to promote your community and promote your work and grow your community?
Well, basically, the community right now is extremely active. We're never going to be a huge community, right? Because being one of ones, we're not, a crazy big collection. There will only be just under 1,000 metavixens in the main collection right now. We have around 800. We have just over 130 holders in the main collection, but they're very, very passionate people, which is absolutely amazing to see. They're always, looking into what we can do, like how we can, get the vixens out there and things like that, which makes my job really much easier, to be honest. But like starting up, I remember like I would try to go into spaces a lot, just for people to see I'm a person. I'm doing this because I think that's very challenging. Like coming into the space, and it didn't matter that I had been an artist and all that. I was basically a blank slate here, and then I was trying to figure out, okay, I need to build from this and basically build from zero and show people, I'm here for the long run, because it doesn't matter if you say it, right? You can say you're here for 2 days, or I'm here for the long run. Nobody's going to believe you, and they shouldn't, right? You have to be here, to be consistent, to show, for example, we have like overviews every month of what's going to happen, so people know what's going to happen, and that makes it also easier. So again, a lot of being consistent, being into spaces. Again, I say this, but I have not been into spaces this summer that much.
But you go to real life events too, right? Like I think that's a big thing, is you actually go and showcase your art. So I'm one of the only holders who actually meet Anna in person. I met her in Portugal and Lisbon, and we got to have a holders dinner. It was great. Everybody else missed it. That was a great dinner. Some great chocolate we had in Portugal. But yeah, and I think that's the big thing, is you actually go to these events, right? And for other artists, it's like going and you donate. Like you donated a custom to the Fuck Cancer that's coming up, to the Space Kellys project, and that's hidden in one of their like little loot boxes. For all the artists, it's like actually going and like being present at these things.
Exactly, and for me, it made sense to dox from the beginning. I know some people are not comfortable with that. That's okay, but for me, it made sense to say, okay, this is my background. This is what I'm doing, and to be able to build that relationship with the community, where I'm not just a cartoon character and then nobody knows what is happening or stuff like that. So for me, that helped a lot, and it made sense to do it from the beginning.
I gotta say, there's some good looking NFTs in that collection. Not like in a weird way, but
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun, and I also get to have a lot of fun with different things, like games I like, or characters, like movies and stuff like that. And there's also room for so much, because, for example, I like horror movies, so I can put in, like, we had the Jigsaw vixen just sold a couple of days ago, so we can also have some like creepy ones and stuff. It's not all just cute and pink. So I really like that balance between them, and also the fact that I can play around a lot with my passions for fashion and whatever. So that's really fun. For me, it's super fun.
Great. I love that. Kunal, let's swing it on over to you for a few minutes, and let's hear from you about some of the art and stuff that you've got going on. GM, how's where are you coming from?
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for the space. And I'm kind of rugging a bit. I don't know if I'm audible enough right now.
You sound great. Right now.
Okay. Great then. Oh, I'm from India. I've been staying here forever. So yeah, I'm from India.
Nice, man. Well, appreciate you taking your time to come hang out with us today and talk about art. What's some of the inspirations that you draw from life, or what brings you creativity into your world of art and your style?
A lot of things actually, because I've been doing it for very, very long time. I started my art journey when I was in my kindergarten days. Going to art school, because in India we start going to art school and music school for a very young age, and we used to practice music, art, a bit of theater, all those things from a very, very early on. So I was always into the arts in all different kind of forms, So it has also become a sense of habit and a discipline right now. So I don't really need any sort of inspiration or motivation to work. It's just in my DNA. But other than that, there are a lot of inspirations. I think music plays a very important role in my life. Music, art, history, a bit of I think interpersonal relationships, because I really love observing human conditions,
Hmm.
and my work is kind of revolves around the human conditions which we kind of understand or try to understand in the current atmosphere. So all those things kind of nurture my creative instincts and kind of delivers itself into art.
That's very cool. Wow. I like that when you said like it's it's in your blood, it's in your DNA.
Yeah, it's in my DNA. I was like, damn, that was cool.
So we got to clip that moment too, because that's a great soundbite. So that's really cool. So what are you working on anything right now? I was looking at your profile. I saw one of the videos that you were posting where it looked like you were, maybe cutting some pieces up and, painting them or, pasting them into a piece of art. That piece of art looked pretty cool. Are you working on anything right now? What does the rest of this year look like in the world of art?
So my artistic discourse right now is about exploring different kind of materials, especially marginalized materials, because I don't really buy a lot of things. It's basically what I find, or which kind of have needs a sense of attention, and I like those materials which are kind of in the outskirts of the society, the peripherals of human existence, and they kind of needs a bit of love and a bit of resurrection. It's like a rebirth, which I do, and it's through my sort of I work as a catalyst in this process of creation, and everything that exists for me is like an holy object, and everything has to be resurrected to its most potential identity. So I love exploring different kind of identities of materials, and that's how I use. So my entire discourse is very sustainable. Everything is recycled, upcycled. Even a lot of the colors are extracted from fruits and vegetables and other chemicals and dyes and plant-based materials. So this is a lot of artisanal methods of creation.
That's really
So
cool, man.
there's
It's
a
like,
lot of
go ahead.
yeah. So there's a lot of involvement of your mind, body, soul, your skill sets, and a lot of R&D,
Yeah.
research and development to kind of understand what really works.
Man, that's really cool. It's like, when you say like, the upcycle, the recycle, it's that whole concept of, one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? Where you can, like you said, take something that one person may have been just thought it was, discardable, but you could find real life into putting into the art. Good for you, man. That's really cool. And I love hearing everybody's perspectives and what they've come up and said today and they're talking about. These are the kind of shows that I love this because I get to hear stuff that I don't hear from the art world. That's not the realm of society that I'm a part of. And so when I get to hear stuff like this and hear about creativity pulls or what draws someone's process out or whatever it may be, like this is the stuff that makes my day full. So I appreciate everybody being here, guys. If there's anyone we got to get to a couple hands. We'll get to them in a second. I do want to say make sure that you check the pin post on my X account. We've got a $500 Gotti giveaway coming up in a little bit here. Plus, we got to take pizza orders too. It's Friday, so
and we should also before we get to like the hands, just sorry guys, because you're our usual. Sandra has an airdrop coming up. Sandra, why don't you hit us up with some info on that?
Hi. Yeah. Thanks. Real quick. So, yeah, basically it's just something that I created recently. With the way the space is currently moving, I feel like a lot of artists and just like NFTs in general sort of got lost in the meme coin shuffle, which makes total sense. And I don't know, I just wanted to give back to the community and my collectors. So I kind of went through my socials the last 6 months to see who has been consistently, engaging with my art tweets, and has been super supportive. And I just kind of wanted to, even if you're not a collector, I just wanted to kind of give back. And so I believe I was able to like onboard with Carrie, actually, like, oh my God, at least 10 people onto Stargaze. So because that's where I'm dropping it. So yeah, and I'm going to be doing that more and more in the future as well.
I love that. Do you have a oh, you did share. Okay, it is posted up there. Oh wait, that was for Dr. Jimothy. Do you have anything of yours posted up to the nest?
No, not yet.
Get something up there. My goodness. Let's go. Please and thank you.
Yeah, you got that sneak peek. You got that sneak peek. Throw that up there. It's beautiful.
Okay, I will. I'll do that now.
Boom.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I had my hand up, was because I was like, I wanted to like, make sure that she got a little dig in there about the upcoming airdrop and like why she's doing it, because like it's like such a like, I don't know, cool idea.
Right here, like right. Because like, and that ties into like, Anna and Sandra being like very similar in the way that it's just like, if you just support artists who like literally just have art as a utility, you probably end up like with more value over the long term than just whatever you can get buying and flipping a JPEG.
Yeah. And also, I just wanted to say, Kunal, I gave you a follow. Your work is fantastic looking. I am a mixed media artist myself. I use a lot of textiles. I use a lot of things that are thrown away. I use a lot of things that I would normally throw away, but then I save, like without trying not to be a hoarder. You know what I mean? I had to purge this spring. My garage was looking like a little bit hectic, but I kept a lot of different textiles and materials that I know I'm going to use in the future in analog pieces, because that's where all my creativity comes from. Like I mean, I love drawing on a tablet too. I love creating digital art, but what I really love is creating madness on a canvas, and with using recyclable stuff. And so like I really like, I took a look at your stuff, Kunal. I'm really digging it.
Well, talk to us about that, Carrie, because that's not something we've discussed. We know about your digital art and what you've been doing, with all that. But talk to me more about this this analog art. Well, it's got me intrigued. Dude, why do you call it? Well, why do you call it analog art? Just because it's not digital?
Exactly. I went to school for 3 years to learn like different techniques and things that I didn't already know. Like I've been an artist once again. It's in my DNA. I've been an artist since I was in kindergarten. My grandmother taught me how to paint with oils before I could read. So like I was, you know what I mean? I've been an artist for life. But I don't know, man. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe is there a way we could maybe do like a NFT Tuesdays or something? Like do a day of the week that's also, if we're gonna do a Bitcoin day, could we do like an art day maybe?
Yeah, why not? There's no reason why we can do. Yeah, there's no reason why we can't.
This is like a never-ending topic that we could just talk about forever.
NF
right?
Tuesday.
NF Tuesdays. Yeah. There it is. Put it on the board, baby. NF Tuesdays. Moving forward. Probably next week we'll start it. So we'll just bring in all of our community leaders and artists and projects that are in the NFT ecosystem. And hey, who knows? Maybe we will be responsible for bringing the NFT ecosystem back with NF Tuesday.
Yeah, they can blame it all on us. Yeah,
blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots. Ruined your black tie.
Ruined your black tie.
Good job. Good job, everybody. Appreciate you. Debase-ish. You've got your hand up. You've had it up for a little bit. And then we're going to move on to pizza orders, and then we're going to pick some winners. What you got for us, family? Okay. Neil, what you got, fam?
Man, I was just wondering what, I guess for what hold on, I'm trying to think about how to phrase this question. What was your exposure to crypto previous to putting out NFTs, and how would you recommend aspiring artists to get into NFTs if they were not previously exposed to crypto?
That's a great question.
And
that's for anybody. Anybody can answer that.
There should probably be an
particularly
artist, though.
interested in
I'm
one
not
of the
sure.
other artists that I don't already know. Sandra, I know you and Carrie very well, so I was particularly looking at one of the new guests.
Dr. Jipathy.
All right. My advice would be, one, keep making art before anything else. Don't stop making art while you're trying to do other things at the same time. You got to spend some time in this space. I spent months in this space, just getting information and learning on how it works, and trying to suss out the real players in this space. Find what seems real to you, and then double check it, and then check it again. Look for the real players. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and collaborate. Find other people that are willing to share their expertise with you. Share something back in return. Don't just take, you have to give. But I'd say collaboration is a big part of it as well. That's been the biggest success for me in this space, has been collaborating with other artists. I see my good friend Joe Ryan down in the audience. He's a musician out of the Chicago area. And meeting him through the space, I just sent him a picture I drew of him. I said, "Hey, Joe, I appreciate your music. This is a picture I drew of you in the space," and that started a friendship that's going on a couple years now. So don't be afraid to reach out, make your art, and keep going. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged if you have some setbacks as well.
I love that. I love that. And like literally, that's just sage wisdom for just about anything. I mean, if you want to be a content creator, just get started and keep going. If you want to be an artist, like you said, just get started and keep going. Just do it. Just do it, man. Just make it happen for yourself. If you're looking for a big change in your life, just freaking do it, baby. Just do it. You're in a rut, make a big change. All right.
For some fine, just to put a couple fine strokes on that, I think you may have been looking for like what platform, what area, what chain, those sort of things you need to suss out for yourself as well, and see where you fit in the grand ecosystem. If you're making one-of-ones or generative art, there's different places for different types of art. So that's part of it as well.
Boom. I accidentally moved the slider on the music a little too early. Sorry. But you guys know what that
playing
time.
him off the stage. It's not the Oscar speech.
Yeah,
Thank you for playing me. I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank Santa and Carrie, Mr. Dude. No, I want my time. I want my time.
I love that.
The cue to shut up.
Yeah, I love this. You guys are amazing. This has been a fun show. We are going to do some more of this. I like maybe we'll turn the artist spotlight into NF Tuesday, something like that. I do like that idea that we can connect with our people more and more, and then spotlight and just chat with more people that are being active in building. But now is the time for all of us to dig deep down and pick our pizza orders. And so we're going to start with Borat. Borat, are you there? We got to know, what kind of pizza do you want today? Nope.
I just want the pepperoni. It's very nice.
I like a pizza.
All right, we're going to remove you from the speakers. Request to speak if you're an actual person. Debacious is actually raising their hand, so we're going to bring you back up. We'll start then with Kunal. Kunal. Mamma mia, Papa Pia, baby wants some pizzeria. What kind of pizza you want today?
I want chicken tikka masala.
Chicken tikka masala?
Oh, good.
Oh, that sounds
nice.
Yo, I would eat that. I would eat that. I approve. Neil, what's your pizza order today?
Double pepperoni, bell peppers. Let's go.
Let's go. Carrie, what kind of pizza you want?
Oh man, I feel like I'm on the spot. I'm gonna have to go with 2 pizzas today. I'm gonna go for the 2 for 1 deal. One with just pepperonis and jalapenos as usual. And a margarita on the other.
Okay, a margarita for the second. Good for you. Double dipping. Dr. Jimothy, what kind of pizza do you want today?
I got to go for the Canadian pepperoni, bacon, and mushrooms.
All right, you going with that P-meal bacon or you want the American bacon?
Nah, P-meal bacon's only for eggs Benedict and
that's right.
Slider sandwich.
He doesn't know. He doesn't understand. He's American.
That's okay. No, that female don't go on pizza, my friend.
All right,
no.
Thank you. Thank you for the for the heads up. Mike, the modern Canadian. What kind of pizza you want?
I can share the
I have no idea what your order was. You were very muffled.
It sounded like it was Charlie Brown.
The Charlie Brown teacher just ordered.
pepperoni, red onion, and mushroom.
All right, pepperoni, something, and mushrooms.
Wah wah.
Wah wah. M Kid, what are you ordering for pizza today?
Well, everything with me revolves around crypto. So this entire crypto week has been plain and boring, and it's got me in the mood for just a plain, boring cheese pizza, my friend.
No,
gag me with a spoon.
no cheese pizza.
Get out of here.
Jesus, boring. Sandra, please pick up the mood a little with a better pizza.
All right, I will take extra sauce, double mushroom, spicy sausage, hot peppers, and feta cheese.
Whew, there we go. There's an order. Now we're cooking with pizza oil. Anna. Anna. What about you? What's your pizza order today?
I would like a pizza frutti di mare.
Pizza frutti di mare.
Sweet.
Dessert pizza. All right.
Means mushrooms.
Grazie.
Because we're a bunch of fun guys.
You say seafood?
Oh my god! You gotta tell it.
Mr. Dude.
I'll tell that story on NF Tuesday. I'll tell that one. But who's next?
No, I was gonna say Mr. Dude sliding in there with a dad joke. Corey, you got the next pizza order today.
I'll take ham and pineapple with ranch to dip it in.
Fuck off. Your ranch. Jesus. All right, you can have it. We'll let you have it, Mr. Dude.
You know what? I'm gonna go like a little artist-inspired pizza. We're gonna have a splash of pepperoni, a splash of tomato sauce. I'm gonna have, for our utility vixens, we're gonna have nipple-sized pepperonis. I want some sexy bacon on there, and I want some chili flakes to keep it a little spicy, like our artists.
There you go. Oh, I love that. That was a great order. I don't know.
Those nipple-sized pepperonis, man. I can't get enough of those.
We get the salamis. Get the big ones, the big salamis.
No, the two little tiny ones like we had in Toronto at the pizza party. That's what he's talking about. The nipple-sized ones.
Dude, no, I'm over that. Listen, like I was gonna say. So I don't know if we're making pizza tonight, if we're going out. I do know that I got to go out downtown and see Moreheart. So if you're in the chat, Moreheart, I'll see you downtown later. But we might make pizza at home too. And so if we're doing pepperoni, like there is something to be said about the wins. I gotta watch the way that I talk here.
Are you gonna say big nips or little nips? That's all that we need to know.
No. Like with a pepperoni, like listen, like there is a takeaway from Windsor, and that is the julienning of the pepperoni is a very wise move. It spreads the flavor and the oil around the pizza very well. Like I do like that. That is a best practice for pizza that I will probably incorporate into my life, is julienning my pepperoni. The only problem is if we go out for pizza, that won't be a possibility. But if we do, then I would like julienned pepperoni, banana peppers, and some fresh garlic on my pizza. That's what I would get. So,
J-Change love friggin' Windsor.
Shut up,
all right, give out some money, J-Change.
All right, it's time for me to give out some money, they say.
For example.
So let's do that. All right, as you can see, if you are watching on the live stream, which I see 367 of you are watching on X. Thank you so much. Make sure that you hit that heart. And there are 10 people watching on YouTube. A big imbalance. I love X. X is my platform. That's my home. Anyway, all right. So if you are watching the stream, we got 335 entries loaded. Let's get this thing going. Continue.
This is a
I do not want to show rejected, as you guys know. Not my platform, not my problem. Begin the draw. We got 5 winners going home today with $100 each. Drum roll. The winners are Salim, Jarvis, Striker, Jay, and Clean. None of our actual people that come every single day, but that is okay. Congratulations to all 5 of you. Good luck to every single one of you tuning in next week. We will be back on Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern, like we do every Monday through Friday for Web3 Breakfast. Still unsure about the afternoon show today. I may take it off just because it's beautiful and I want to get out of this. Want to get out of the studio and get out in the sun.
Click right here into the indent. Okay,
Doug just showed up. Doug just showed up at the end.
Like this.
Great job, Doug.
Now, if you type enter.
Morning, Doug. Morning, Doug. Well, it's afternoon for Doug. It's probably 2 in the afternoon for Doug.
Simple and easy, right?
It's like 5 points.
This is the options that WordPress offers. Of course, you can apply
but I
some
think
columns,
we are all
layouts.
Doug. We are all Doug. I think Doug
For
does
example, just like
he
this.
I think adheres to the U.S. time zones though.
Let's
I think
search
him
for the
and Mel
columns
stay up
block.
crazy late so
For
that they
example,
sleep
one
late so
health
that they're on our
and one
time zone.
health.
If I'm not mistaken,
And
we're all
into
Doug.
each one, apply a different
We're all
list.
Doug. There's a little Doug in everybody.
Everybody have a great weekend.
that fits on your needs.
everybody.
Did we get
please.
the Gotti winners
So,
already?
This
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah.
to
Yeah,
do.
we did. You didn't win.
Very easy,
Yeah, it
simple,
was
and for free.
0x
Works in
Celine.
every kind of
We've
WordPress
got
installation, and it
Confirm
is.
Erin
Hope you
1,
guys enjoyed this
DG
video.
Great
Feel free to
001,
use the
you got
comment
Father
section below.
GPO23
In the case
and
that you have
Clean
any question,
960.
don't forget
I
to check
will
out the visualmodo.com
I will definitely
portfolio
DM
of
everybody
amazing WordPress
shortly
themes.
here, and we will
Just
get
a
those
final
prizes
note that I
out.
forgot
And
to
then
show.
I hope everybody has
If
a
in the case that you
fantastic
want to
weekend.
remove some eating from the list, you
You
can
didn't win, Doug.
instead of go to
But everyone
this,
had numbers in
go
their name.
to this part.
That's
right?
interesting.
Okay, so you
Anyway,
can
Well,
remove
hey,
the sub list.
sometimes
for example.
sometimes
That's
in case you
weekend.
don't like
sometimes
this part
you
right
know
here,
that
you can
sometimes we've had
remove it,
people not
okay?
respond,
Simple,
and
right?
then
And it
listen,
is.
if
Hope you guys enjoyed this
say
video.
these people end up,
Feel
some of
free
these
to use
people
the
end up being
comment
bots,
section below in
and
the
we
case
don't
that
get
you
their
have any
prizes sent
question.
to them. We'll
Don't
pick them
forget
on
to check
Monday.
out our
We'll
Borders
repick a
WordPress
few of them on
plugin
Monday
that
if
is
they are
free
bots. I don't
and
know.
gonna give you
There
more
are some
widgets,
body names. We'll figure
elements,
it out.
templates, and tools to
That's
build
it.
up your site
That's it
using
for today.
Elementor and Gutenberg.
Y'all,
Gotti for
Moreover,
no
in the case that
body.
you are in
no
needs of the
Gotti for
best
no
for your
Feeling
WordPress
body.
team, go to our WordPress dashboard, appearance,
All right,
themes, add new,
get
search
out
for
of here.
Anzu,
You guys have a
WordPress
great
theme.
weekend. We'll see you
Click
on
on install and
Monday. Ciao
activate
for
it.
now,
You're gonna
babies.
be
Do
amazed
something
about how
great. Have
many
a great
customization
weekend.
features this team offers for
And
free.
I don't
Moreover,
know.
and as a
That's it.
final
I
note,
got
in
nothing
the
else.
case that you want
I'm out
your
of
site
words.
up and running faster, go to visualmodo.com, purchase the Visualmodo Pass, and go premium in order to unlock access to our support, to help you in order to build your site, access to our templates like there that is like